Ladies and gentlemen, toys and girls, welcome to week 2 of Toy Story Month here on Comic Crash. I'm happy that you tuned in. This is going to be fun. So, back in my early days of YouTube, I tried doing the whole Let's Play thing, right? And the first game I tried playing was Toy Story 2 for the PlayStation 1. Now, a big theme of that playthrough was, how would this game feel differently if it got a remaster or if it got a remake sometime in the future for modern day consoles. Now, I've pretty much accepted that a remaster of this particular game isn't going to happen. It's not very likely. And that the digital copies on the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation Vita are likely going to disappear here pretty soon, which is kind of a little bit heartbreaking. But I have met a lot of people who are pretty like-minded and wouldn't mind this game getting a remake or a remaster. It seems to be that the popular consensus is that this game is really well done. So today I wanted to go through the game as it stands today and kind of give my thoughts as to how I think it could be remade. So let's get to it. First of all, I want the game to be updated. I want it to look better. I want it to control better. And I think we might be able to save a little bit of money here too if we were able to get the models that Square came up with for Kingdom Hearts 3 and just transfer them over. They look great. They look better than the first movie even. I think we could do it. Now, the controls aren't a problem for the era that the game was released in, and the looks aren't bad for the game either, but we've come a long way, and a remaster has to be able to compete not only with contemporary games of its time, but contemporary games of the time in which it is remastered. So, a couple of updates. I'd like movement and camera controls to be better mapped out to the sticks. The PlayStation 1 controller was originally without analog sticks, and so most developers tried to make their games with that idea in mind, but I think we could go ahead and update those controls now, and I think it would be a lot better. And if we map camera controls to the right stick and we map movement to the left stick, kind of how we do it in the cool modern day, then that would free up L2 and R2 to do certain things like swap ammo or even map the basic attack button so that it feels a little bit more modern, a little bit cleaner, a little bit easier to pick up and play these days. Now, the next thing and the big thing is really just content for the game. We've got a ton of things that we could add here that I think would help make the game way better and way more polished than it is even now. So the story of the game is the story of Toy Story 2, the movie, which is great. That shouldn't change. We should keep it that way. However, the game takes place completely within Buzz's point of view, and I think we're missing an opportunity to add many more, if not as many more, levels to the game where you're playing through Woody's point of view. I'm picturing like a second Al's apartment level, maybe a level that takes place in the apartment complex's lobby, a couple of Woody's Roundup levels in the same style. Like, I don't know, just expand it. I think there's a lot of opportunity to put more levels into this game. And after you win the game, I could see a really great opportunity and really good incentive to beat the game to be to unlock a free play mode where you could play as Woody or Buzz through any of the levels in the game. And then we can maybe adapt some of the challenges to where you can only access some areas as either character or something like that. Now, as far as gameplay goes, as it stands, each level has 5 tasks for you to complete, and each task awards you with a Pizza Planet token. And then every third level is a gatekeeper boss, which is just a boss fight, no Pizza Planet tokens, no tasks, just beat the bad guy and move on. These Pizza Planet tokens are used to progress through the game. You need a certain number of Pizza Planet tokens in order to reach each gatekeeper boss, and that often requires you to go back into previous levels and accomplish more of the tasks there, as well as move forward so that you can get specialized gear that you can take back with you to get more Pizza Planet tokens. Now, I think this is great. I think this is a good way to progress the game forward. However, I'm thinking now in a remaster, we could give the Pizza Planet tokens a little bit more substance. Say, after you get a certain number of Pizza Planet tokens, you take the tokens to an actual Pizza Planet, like within the game. And this Pizza Planet would have several different arcade games that are based around a Toy Story ideology. I can see some games like Toy Story based Centipede where you play a Slinky, or maybe even that dinosaur game on Google Chrome but with Rex, as well as certain levels from the first Toy Story game coming back and making an appearance. Some of the more arcadey ones like the Fight Against the Claw or the Escape from Sid's House, levels like that. I think it could work really well. That would also give, like I said, a lot more incentive for players to want to go ahead and try to complete all of the levels as they stand and get all the Pizza Planet tokens. The other main collectible, and the collectible I was kind of hoping when I first played the game would do something at some point, are the coins. In each level, Ham would ask you to pick up 50 coins, and once you give him 50 coins, he will give you a Pizza Planet token. But each level, I've noticed, has about 80 to 90 coins in it. So why don't we utilize those extra coins in some kind of shop or something? Then you would take those coins to a toy store-like environment such as Al's Toy Barn or Galaxy Toys if we want to take it back to Kingdom Hearts a little bit, and you could use those to purchase certain items and upgrades for the game. I'm a sucker for custom characters and custom costumes and alternative skins and that kind of thing. I love that. I get really excited when that's in a game. And I think that would be a cool thing to add here. Add in variant Buzz Lightyear skins. Add in variant Woody skins. Maybe you could give Woody like a Star Command uniform that would give him the same skill set as Buzz and vice versa. That would be pretty cool. So, let's recap. Let's go through the game and quickly describe all the things that I'm thinking of. First off, I want it to look upscaled. I want it to look really nice. We have the capabilities to make the game look as good as Toy Story 2 the movie does. I would like that. I think that would be almost essential to a remake or a remaster of this game. There would also be an updated control scheme as an option for the rest of the game. You could switch it between the updated one or the old one, and vice versa. That way we please both the old school crowd and the newcomers. There are more levels. We have all of the levels from the game as it stands, as well as a lot more levels from Woody's perspective. Things like a Woody's Roundup level or an extra Al's Toy Barn level, that kind of thing. I would also like some transitory levels like them crossing the street. I would love to play that in a mini-game type level, or racing the Pizza Planet truck to the airport. I think that would be a really fun level as well. There are more rewards this time around for passing the game. You would be able to turn in the Pizza Planet tokens for arcade-style games that you can play at any time, and you can turn in the coins for in-game rewards such as alternate costumes and power-ups. Now, if we take all of that and put it together, I think we have a game that not only would be really successful, but would just be really fun. It would tap the nostalgia of all of us who grew up with this game. It would tap the nostalgia of people who didn't quite grow up with the game but loved the movie. And it would bring in a lot of newcomers as well to early platforming, especially since that is a really hot genre right now with Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, and games like Yooka-Laylee going back to that old 3D platformer style. So what about you guys? Do you want to see a remaster of this game? Have you had any special experiences with this game? And do you even think that a remaster could work today? Or do you think it would just be a waste of money and a waste of time for developers? I don't know. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. And again, thank you for joining me for week 2 of Toy Story Month. Love to hear your thoughts. And also, if you like this kind of video game type content, I'd like to know, because I have some more ideas and I'd like to share them with you if you would like. So let me know in the comments all of those things. And until next time, thank you for joining me. Have a great day. And remember to always be your best self.